I mean, like growing up, like elementary school, like all my friends played basketball. Basketball was like, that was my big passion as a kid. Like every day at recess, whatever, and then like my school, right, is my elementary school was right on Figueroa, right? So it's just up the street from Staples Center.
That's
rest
crazy.
in peace, yeah. And so like literally, like I remember in elementary school when I was in like kindergarten, when I was in like however when the Lakers won the championship, like the parade came right by my school, like because it came right down Figueroa from like Staples, like, and I remember like there was fire trucks, like the whole street was shut down, like there was so many people, like shit was like absolutely crazy. Like I remember literally, if you didn't get to school like at 6 o'clock, like you like or like something crazy like that, like you were not coming to school. So like on the day when they had the parade, like half the kids would not be at school that day because like the entire street was shut down. Like they had like you could not get to school if you didn't get there like crazy early. So like
Were there
and I remember
warnings?
like there was like this giant steps like in my school, and like everyone would go on the steps to like go like look and see the parade and like see like everyone coming by, like the big buses, like the fire trucks, like everything. It was crazy. Like yeah, like so like obviously everyone had like Kobe jerseys and everything. Like I dude, yeah. I mean like I just like basketball was like a big thing for me. Like that's kind of like how it started. Like, I thought Kobe was the greatest. I thought he was like insanely cool. Everyone wanted to be Kobe. Like I remember like the thing is I didn't have a TV like growing up. Like I didn't have a TV until actually I didn't have a TV until like high school actually. So like basically me watching games was just me going to like friends' houses, like me like yeah, that's just like how I would watch games, is like going to friends' houses and like watching the Lakers games, like
That's crazy,
yeah.
bro. That so I wanna kind of talk about this for a little bit. So they didn't let you see the concert when you were the parade when you were in school, right? Like you had to be in school.
Yeah, you had to be in class. Yeah, you had to be in class. But like as soon as recess let out, like everyone was running out. Everyone was running up on the stairs. Like the stairs were crowded. Like there were TAs. They were like trying to break it up. Like they were like, no, you cannot be up here. Like you need to go. Like, and so like yeah, but yeah, I that's like a core memory. I'll always remember that. Yeah, but also like playing like pickup at the park like every single day, like every single week, like going with my friends every single week, like that was just like the thing to do every single Friday, every single Saturday. Like also like pickup and at some of the parks like where I live, like growing up, like goes so crazy. Like
Yeah, I didn't even know you were into basketball like that so much.
they have the they have the big ass like stadium lights and everything, and like
Wow.
people literally like you can go like any day of the week, like there's hella people running. Like I swear to God, like I'll be driving home on a Wednesday night from water polo practice, and I drive by the park and it is like packed with people. Like
That's crazy.
people bring like their lawn chairs, and like the courts are like lined with like lawn chairs. Like people
Wow.
bring their own chairs to like surround the court, like watching like the pickup games, like the pickup like whatever is going down, like, and like it's like I live like a block from the park, like one of them. I can like hear that from like my house, like I can hear like
That's
I can
crazy.
hear like people going like like I can hear like all that going down, and I'm like okay, that's crazy. Like it's going up on a Wednesday night, on a Tuesday night, like it's packed out. Yeah, so
That's crazy to hear that basketball was such a big part, but that Staples story is crazy. Obviously, Staples is something that's very dear to me. I'm sure
obviously,
dear to
yeah.
everyone in LA. It's just such a great place, but I could not imagine growing up next to it. I mean, I've always treated it as a big thing. Like, I'd always pass the freeway, and Brian makes fun of me because I'd always like I do like the step thing, like I pump my chest like 2 times and then like to the air, kind of like it just was like such a big place for me. So the funniest thing though is that I don't think you told me you didn't go to a game until the Lakers game.
Yeah, I'd never been. Yeah, that was my first time going to a Lakers game. Yeah.
That's crazy. So
And I'm like I said, like I didn't have a TV until high school, so like I couldn't watch the games. Like I would just be on my phone watching like highlights and stuff. Oh, me and like basketball highlights, like that's just all, I watched so much basketball highlights growing up, like and like even like now I honestly like I still go back and watch like all like some of these YouTube channels that like they have like crazy highlights of like J Will, like
That's so dope, bro.
like D Rose, like all those guys, yeah, KG obviously.
Are you watching
my
like
guy.
are you watching top 100 plays or just like full game recaps or what are those?
All of it, full game recaps, season highlights, like
I talked to a lot of people like basketball
playoff highlights, like just career highlights, everything. Yeah.
I talked to a lot of people. Basketball back then is so much different than it is now. I feel like it's a little bit better. Not just a little bit, but you know, we play basketball differently. But like, I don't know, like you know, I was never actually a Lakers fan. I was always a Clippers fan, and so like that Lob-City team, I was just like, man, I don't think there's like they didn't give them any credit for that team. I feel like that team was so slept on. Like if you had that team in today's day, like they just like there's recaps right now of games going on today of like people doing crazy dunks and everything, but it compares like zero.
Dude, and I remember that team like so distinctly because like my best friend, like he was like a crazy Clippers fan. Like he was a massive Clippers fan. And like I remember watching those like highlights like again and again and again, like Blake Griffin, like DeAndre, like I remember watching those like again and again, like those.
Oh,
It's crazy to me.
Yeah.